You know that feeling? You've learned all these English words, but when it comes to actually starting a conversation, it just doesn't happen. Well, that's a super common hurdle, and today we're going to clear it. Think of this as your launch pad. We're going to cover the absolute must know phrases that'll get you speaking confidently, like right now. And look, I totally get it. Speaking a new language is exciting, but it can also be kind of nerve wracking, right? But trust me, the phrases we're about to go over, they're like the keys that unlock that very first conversation. Just stick with me, and I promise by the end of this, you are going to feel so much more ready. So to make this super easy, we're just going to walk through a typical day together. Let's imagine it's morning, you're starting your day, you see someone for the first time. What do you say? What's the very first thing? A greeting, of course. And the good news is, the rules here are really simple. You've got hello and hi. You can use those pretty much any time of day. But if you want to be a little more specific, just use good morning up until noon, and then switch to good afternoon from noon until, the evening sets in. It's a tiny detail, but it really makes you sound more natural. So here's what that looks like in a real, simple exchange. One person says, hello, Tom, and the other says, hi, Mary, and boom, just like that, a conversation is started. See? Super natural, super easy. Okay, so you've said hello. What's the natural next step? You ask, how are you? This is just the classic standard way to show you're actually interested and, to keep that conversation going. And when someone asks you, you've got a bunch of great options for how to answer. I'm fine, thank you, is the classic one. Good, thanks, or even not bad, are also super common. But, and this is the most important part, you've got to ask back. A simple "and you" is what turns this from just an answer into a real two-way conversation. All right, let's put it all together now. Person A says, I'm great, and you? And then person B responds, I'm fine. And there you have it, a complete, polite, perfect little exchange. You just successfully navigated one of the most common interactions in the entire English language. How cool is that? Okay, so we're moving on with our day now. Let's imagine you're out and about, maybe at a coffee shop or a store. To handle these situations smoothly, you're going to need what I like to call the magic words. Just think of it like a simple three-step process. Step 1, when you ask for something, you add please. Step 2, when you get it, you say thank you. And step 3, if someone thanks you, you respond with you're welcome. Please, thank you, you're welcome. It's this perfect little circle of politeness. Okay, but what if you're the one who needs to start the interaction? Like, what if you need to get a waiter's attention or maybe ask a total stranger for directions? What's the phrase for that? Excuse me? And this one is a real game changer. It's so versatile. You use it to get someone's attention before you ask a question. You use it to politely squeeze past someone in a crowd. You can even use it for a tiny interruption, like if you have to sneeze or cough. Now, this is a really, really important one for new learners to get right. Excuse me is for before something happens. Sorry is for after something happens, usually a mistake. So think of it this way. You say excuse me to get past someone, but you say sorry if you accidentally step on their foot. See the difference? Okay, so our imaginary day is winding down now. You've had some great conversations, you've used all your magic words, and now it's time to go. And saying goodbye is every bit as important as saying hello. And just like with greetings, you've got lots of great options. Goodbye is a bit more formal, while the super common bye works for pretty much everyone. See you later is really friendly and suggests you'll meet again. And of course, have a nice day is just a wonderful, positive way to end things. All right, now this is a really common mix-up, so let's clear it up. Remember how good morning and good afternoon are greetings? Well, good evening is exactly the same. It's a greeting you use when you arrive somewhere in the evening. Good night, on the other hand, is a farewell. You only say it when you're leaving for the night or literally going to bed. So here's a perfect example. Someone says, I'm tired, good night. The other person replies, good night. It's super clear they're heading off to sleep, so it signals the absolute end of the day. Okay, you've just learned all the key phrases you need to get through a whole day of English conversations. So how about we put that knowledge to the test? Let's do a quick little practice round just to make sure you've got it locked in. Ready? All right, first scenario, I want you to picture this. It's 9 in the morning. You walk into your office and you see your colleague. What's the first thing you say? Go on, think about it. You'd say, good morning. That's it, because it's before noon. That is the perfect greeting. Awesome start. Okay, next one. Imagine you're walking down a busy street. Maybe you're looking at your phone and oops, You accidentally bump right into someone. What do you say? You'd say, sorry, right? That's probably the most common one because a mistake just happened. You could also say, excuse me, here, and people would totally understand you're apologizing. So either one works. Fantastic. Okay, final question. The day is totally done. It's 10 o'clock at night. You're yawning. You're heading off to bed. What's the last thing you say to your family? You say, good night. That's the one. Because you're leaving to go to sleep, good night is the perfect and only correct answer. You absolutely nailed it. So there you have it. You now have all the basic building blocks you need to have your very first conversations in English. Seriously, the only thing left to do now is to actually use them. So I'll leave you with this question. Which one of these phrases are you going to go out and use today? Go for it. I know you can do it.